I bought a bundle of 8 games here off of eBay. I paid fairly decent money. They worked out about 6, 7 quid a game because there was one game in here, which I'm hiding that you can't see, which I thought made the bundle worth it. However, it turns out there's some games missing and a bit of bootleg cartridges in it. So stick around, watch the video. I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to a documentary, not by Netflix, about buyer's regret. Please bring in Scott, aka Marathon Gaming. Is this thing on? Reach for a glass of water, check the mic, look around all nervously. I'm treating this like a Netflix documentary because this is an apology video. Even though you don't know what I'm apologising for. I'm about to show you some pickups, right? This is proper buyer's regret, basically. So I've got some pickup games, some Game Boy Color games. I feel like I've massively switched now, all of a sudden, the last couple of weeks, from being cartridge only for Game Gear and then boxed only for Game Boy Color. And then I've gone more Game Boy Color unboxed and slowing down the box. And now I feel like I'm kind of taking a pause of the Game Boy Color. So this is going to be the last. These are Nintendo cardboard you're about to see. And there's about half a dozen games. I've got a bundle off eBay. I'm going to tell you how much I paid for them. You can let me know in the comments if I'm a complete idiot. I'm definitely an idiot. So I'm going to tell you the story in a minute. I'm a mug. It's my own fault, my own doing. But I've gone more full on the Game Gear. So I'm going for the full set with the Sega Game Gear. And I've actually started to buy a box. In the next video, I've got some tasty new additions, some big hitters, some box games, unboxed games, which is going to really pick the total up, I think, past the 90 mark. So it's a bit of a mess in front of me. I'm going to tell you what happened. So basically, I bought a bundle off of eBay for a particular seller. The games come, and I was making this video. Thank God the mic wasn't turned on because I've got the video, I haven't got the audio. And basically, as I opened the games on camera, I was just talking about the game. So I've got no nostalgia for them. I brought the bundle because it worked out at about 6 quid, 7 quid per game, box complete, so it's pretty good. And there was one game in there that I wanted for it, so I'll save that one for the end. There's one game, and that was, that meant the other games were literally like a quid each, if you know what I mean. So I wanted it just for this one particular game. Anyways, I'm unboxing them. Well, I started showing the boxes, and I noticed like some of them are a bit light, and I was like, hold on a minute. Turns out there's some games missing. Not just that. Let's just dive into it. I'll tell you what, we'll dive into it. So, first of all, wasn't not interested in Game Boy Advance whatsoever. I have got a Game Boy Advance. I don't really play with it at all. I've got no nostalgia for this. I remember this being a story made into a film. Don't know much about it. Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Not really that interested, to be honest. So, I mean, I'm probably going to, if anyone's watching this and wants it, hit me up. I don't think it's a particularly expensive game. I'll check in case I'm wrong. I'm assuming it's definitely not. If anyone is collecting for the Advance, I'll happily give that to you if you just send money for postage. I've got another Game Boy Advance game you might want. Now, let's see if that's in there. That's in there, okay? The manual's in there. We're not going to bother with all that. The insert's in there. So that's complete, right? So it started off innocent. As the video progressed, I went more Liam Neeson and Taken style. I started getting more angry as the video got on. Thought I was going to go hunting someone. It turns out, calm down, Scott, get back in your box. And then, yeah, Game Boy Color, nice bit of Nintendo cardboard, right? Nice, decent manual in there, all nice quality. It's got the old Game Boy thing in there, right? It's got the tray, nothing in there, felt a bit loose. So there's a game missing. I was like, hold up, man. Game missing. And I was like, what else? Are they all missing? Have I been mugged off? The answer might be yes. A couple of them came box protectors, which threw me off. Winnie the Pooh, Game Boy Color, that's in there, no manual. Again, I've got no... That's quite faded, to be honest. I do like a nice box Game Boy Color game, but that one, not really for me. Some of these ones, the kids' ones, do go for a bit of money because they end up getting torn up, so I might be able to trade that in. Someone might be looking for it, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know much about this. Don't know this cartoon at all. It's almost like Ed, Ed and Eddie, doesn't it? But this ain't Cartoon Network. This is Nickelodeon. Rocket Power getting air. Don't know much about it at all. I don't know if this strikes nostalgia for anyone. This is a double. I've already got it. So if anyone needs it, Stuart Little. That was quite a cool film. To be fair, there was a bit of nostalgia. It's why I did pick this up originally. So that was in there, right? I had some doubts. First of all, I started doubting myself because some games have batteries, some don't. But I think that is quite normal, whether they save or don't save. So there's a couple of games that are missing, right? No game. Here's another one. Scooby-Doo. I don't know if anyone's after a box and a cart. Sorry, a box and a manual only. Is this because it's an expensive game and that's why a cart's been sold separately? Yeah, there's a couple of box protectors with these. So I've opened them all up. I can't bother to put them back. I wish I had. The microphone wasn't on, so I've got the video. I haven't deleted it. If anyone knows how to restore the audio, it's hilarious. Because it started off as a normal pickup video, and then it just turned progressively worse to me being laughing that I've been mugged off, then to me being disappointed, and then I just got angry at the end. So this was about a week ago now. Well, a fair few days ago. I've been messaging the seller, and he has been really good at messaging back. It turns out a lot of it's my fault. Monsters Inc., that's all in there. So these are the games I picked up, right? I saved the game that I wanted for the end. And then how I noticed that something was up, because I couldn't be bothered to get, with these games, getting them out. Like, it's not like opening the case where you can go, oh yeah, it's all complete. Look at the manual, look at the disc or whatnot. They're a bit of a pain. So I was like, they're all complete. And it's when I noticed they were a bit light. Now, it was this one that caught my eye. I was like, look, the old cool game sticker on there. It's a Shrek. I do like a bit of Shrek, to be fair. That is a bit of nostalgia. I remember going to see the film at school, the first one. So there's one I keep. So there's a few games in there I would keep, but wouldn't necessarily pick them up. It's just because, like I say, it was like £6. It worked out in the bundle about £6-7 a game. So this, look, opens up, right? I thought, that's quite cool. That's unique. It reminded me of like old school, do you remember Ministry of Sound, the album, like 2000, used to come out every year, the trance CDs. They were a bit like that, weren't they? They would open up. So I thought, oh, that's cool. And then anyway, I pulled the cart out. Not only is it not a Game Boy cut, look, it's completely wrong. So he hasn't got back to me yet on this one, but I've messaged back days later. It's my own fault. First of all, it's grey, right? So it's either black or it's either black or clear. Clear transparent means it's for Game Boy Color only, and then the black one, I believe, is compatible on both systems, Game Boy Color or Game Boy. It's about the color, and obviously vice versa. But grey is obviously original Game Boy. But when you see game at the top, you might recognise that from loads of games. There's loads of Pokemon games which are like just from AliExpress or whatever. And they're like not official Nintendo cartridge. And like that's just a dead giveaway. You can always see at the top. But yeah, obviously because it's grey, I knew it was bootleg without even looking. But yeah, I don't know how I've done it. But basically, the guy messaged back straight away and he goes, yeah, a couple of the games are missing as per the description. So I didn't realise. I felt like a right idiot. So I was like, mate, some of the games are missing, and then there's a bootleg one in there. It's not even a Nintendo cartridge. But he wanted me to send a picture, and I took days getting back to him. So I only just sent him that. I mean, I think what's the best that could happen? Send a couple quid back. I mean, it is what it is. There's one more game I'm going to show you. But yeah, you got to, I mean, I'm not preaching to one here, because obviously you always check the description. But it was just a bundle there. There wasn't loads of pictures of the inside, so no one really bidded on it. Because there was one game, I'll show it to you now. I thought, it makes it worth it. It's basically Harry Potter. I wanted to get this boxed, and Philosopher's Stone. It's quite expensive. It's creeping up. On other systems, this one seems to go for a little bit more money. It was terrible on a PlayStation 1. I hope that hasn't crept up in value. But I think this is out of stock at CEX. And it's, I think that's like 20. I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember. But it's a fair bit on its own, and it's quite out of stock. So that was in a bundle. So as it worked out to like £6 a game, £6-7, and that was in there. I was like, oh, that would do, and I'll take a couple of the other games I want and then sell the others. So I didn't bother reading the description. I was just like, that would do. But yeah, I should have done, because luckily that's in there. But everything else, there's 2 games missing and then one's bootleg. So I'll put on the screen the conversation I had with the buyer. But it's got good feedback. We'll have to see how it goes. But I kind of wish, I feel like a right idiot, it's my own fault, but I wish I had the audio, because I was saying like to a couple of mates, it's hilarious. The original video I've I filmed just me going through different stages, different emotions. But yeah, obviously let me know in the comments how much of a mug I am. Is it still worth it, is what I mean, sorry. For like how much this is worth. I've basically picked up, so how many games have we got? So in this bundle, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 games. And I think it's about 50, 55 quid posted or something in the bundle, or maybe under 50 quid. Already got that, so we'll move that on. It's complete, that one. Is it that one? It hasn't. No, that one is complete. I'll move that on. Running out of arms. That would get moved on. This is just a box anyway, so I don't know if anyone's got the cartridge and wants that. I'll see what the guy says about Shrek, unless I'll have to look that up. Is that expensive? I'll put pictures on the screen of how much these games go for at CX. But I'll be mugged off with that cartridge there, and come on. And then, yeah, that's just the box and cartridge. There's a couple. Oh, yeah, and then Monsters Inc. one's there, but I don't know if I'd keep that, to be honest. And then Scooby-Doo. That's just... I don't think that's in there either. What a twat. What an absolute twat. Maybe this is the heavens telling me to stop collecting Nintendo cardboard and stick to the Sega Game Gear, man. But yeah, I still think, in hindsight, looking back, even though they're not complete, it's still an okay. I don't think it's a good deal, but it's not necessarily a bad. It's not a good deal anymore because there's a couple of games missing. But is it a bad deal? Have I got a bad deal? I've got nothing else to say. Just have a look at that. Right, make sure you subscribe. If not, you're going to get disc rot. So you better do it. Bye.